but life must go on, you know. So, have a message. There you go. Just as a notification had to go off. Mm. Oh, oh, that coffee is good. But like I was saying, we can talk about the negative. You can focus on the things that ain't right, but life goes on. Here's to the good times. You know, peaceful moments out there. You know, just I don't know. You want to celebrate life, the things that do go right. You know, things that are working out for you. You know, for whatever the reason, whatever it may be. Thank you for the one person that is in the chat right now. I appreciate you. You know, here's to the here's to the good times. You know, the positive things in life. Mm. Our coffee cake is good. Mm. Well, yeah, there's just another chill kickback. It's me, you know, doing my thing here. You know, cool day. Not a lot to complain about. I look forward to this new day that's upon us. Appreciate the thumbs up. Mm. What's going on, Michael Furberger? Thank you for being here. I guess we both got on glasses tonight. You know, a lot of cool people out there. Shout out to Tosh Town. He did a cool video mm, on her channel as well. Shout out to Dark Matter. He did another cool video. There's a couple of videos out there I missed. I think Crimson Fantasy did a live stream. Mm. But right now I'm doing this live stream. And I'm just telling people, you know, thanks for the thumbs up also too. You know, appreciate the good times, you know. Don't just look at the negativity going on in the world, you know, and just state, you know, that everything's all doom and gloom. I'm not saying folks is out there. I was reminded by my brother, you know, you want to have positive things going on. Hey, what's going on? Thank you, Size Dad. Appreciate it. Just a little throwback. Those that know me, they know where this is from, you know. But yeah, you know, I'm just chilling. Like I said, for the good times, you know. Be appreciative, you know, for the good times, for the cool moments, you know, for the things that go right in life, you know. Like I said, so much to complain about. Well, I'm not here to complain about anything tonight. What's going on? Oh, okay. Speaking in Spanish to me. Okay. Mm. Muy bien. Muy bien. Thank you, Bumblebee, for coming through. Appreciate the 7 people, the 6 people back and forth. I'm stylish and provides tonight. Yeah, yeah. Every once in a while. Mm. Excuse me for that. I had to lean into the coffee cake, but I still look cool doing it. And mm, you gotta let the good times roll. And I tell folks, you know, yeah, be appreciative. You know, I was just thinking to myself as I'm going through this, trying not to be too out of sorts. You know, what about the good? You know, appreciate the good times. You know, when they come, however they come. You know, wherever they come. What's going on, Eggman? Mm. And I appreciate you folks for however long you can stay here. You know, I don't know how long I'm gonna be on, but you know, like I said, I'm just here tonight. I'm just here with you. We're communicating with each other. Where have I been? I've been around the world now, yeah, yeah. I've been player hated. I don't know, and I don't know why. What's going on, Molly Dolly? Mm. Cheers to you. Thank you for coming through. I think you came through for all 4 of my live streams. From a party? Mm. Was outside. I was doing something else. But I'm here with you. It's all good. How you know I didn't get dressed up for you? Just you folks. Mm. Excuse me. I'm screwed. Why you screwed? Tech Beats. Thank you for coming through, Tech Beats. Long time to be screwed. Nah, you didn't sleep through 2. Mm, it's all good. You actually came through to 2 live streams, Molly Dolly, and that's what happened. Right now, forgive me, I was just actually drinking my coffee, trying to stay up. Woo! There you go. Did you sleep through 2? No, you didn't sleep through 2. Maybe you did. I don't know. I don't know. Mm, too many ways to count. Well, tech beats, unscrew yourself. You know, be grateful for what you have. Mm, you turned 50 at midnight. Okay, happy birthday to you, Bumblebee Junction. There you go. The one and only YouTube night owl, the great Mel Mel. I don't know if I'm a YouTube night owl, but I'm a morning person for YouTube, and I'm a night person as well. Like I said, I'm just here right now, just doing what I do. Yeah, happy birthday to you, Bumblebee Junction. Special shout out, special consideration to you. Thank you for coming through to my live stream. How do you feel? Being the big 5-0. Like I said, you're a veteran to life. You have so much wisdom. I mean, do you have any words of wisdom for us? I mean, I wish I had a joke or something for you, but yeah, this is a special moment that would involve many invitations. Oh shit, how much will remain? I think that sounds like something we might have to talk about privately. Not tech beats, but I hear you. Mm. Hopefully everything is all right. You know. Mm. Forgive me, folks. I'm reading the chat. Yeah, but happy birthday to Bumblebee. Bumblebee Junction. It's a cool thing when you can reach the century, not a century mark, the halfway point in your life and still be alive and still be healthy. And you appreciate the good times, and you appreciate the bad, all the experiences and things like that. But cheers to you, Bumblebee Junction. Cheers to you. You know. Mm, like I said, so I don't know. I don't know. I just went in one of those days. It's been a good day. It's been some positive things. Only thing all right, my super job, which I hate. Well, um, we all have things with our jobs that we don't like or we don't care for and whatnot. But I tell people, even if you're on a job that you hate, transition, plan, strategize. Have it be a stepping stone to the next thing. Thank you, TCK. Appreciate it. Do I look fly? I'm not that fly. I'm not as fly as I would like to be, but appreciate it, TCK. I appreciate you. I'm thankful for every day getting old is a privilege, sadly denied to too many. I agree with this. I definitely agree with this, Bumblebee Junction. I could stay at work 24 hours a day. Nah, you shouldn't stay at work for 24 hours a day unless it's something that you're passionate about and you get sleep and all that other stuff. But thank you, TCK. Right now, I'm just chilling, just what it is right now. Just, you know, get a different look for you folks or whatever the case may be. I'm wearing shades at night. Maybe it's just for the effect or whatever. Llama Monster, I appreciate you. I'm just here, for the good times. I'm just here, commemorating, commemorating, reflecting on the good times. Appreciating the good times that have been, looking at the good times that are. Looking forward to the good times that's gonna come for myself, for you folks out there. It's gonna be challenges moving forward, but each day has its pocket of blessings, of peace, you know, prosperity. If you look for it, if you find it, even if it's the small things, not just the moral victory, but real victories. Real progress that comes. You just have to be willing to see it and acknowledge it, and just move piece by piece. However it comes, there's something to learn in each experience. So it is what it is when it comes to that. Like I said, things are not always going to go our way, but still doesn't mean that we stop living. Doesn't mean that we stop pushing on for whatever it is that we pushing for. You know what I mean? So that's just what that is. Excuse me. I'm just adjusting a little bit. Making sure everything is in focus. Thank you for all the people that are here. Thank you for the folks that are lurking. I appreciate you as well. Mm. And this coffee is so good right now, especially with the creamer in it. I got Bailey's in the creamer. Mm. I won't get flagged for that, but that's what that is. Yeah, but nah, this is just for the good times. Mellow kickback live stream. Forgive me, dyslexia popping up, but yeah, it's all good. I don't know. It's just it's about being appreciative. It's about understanding that we have certain things going on for us. Smack that thumbs up. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Bumblebee Junction, and everybody give a special shout out and happy birthday to Bumblebee Junction. For turning 50. That's a big deal. We hit the big 50. I'm waiting to the day I hit 40. I might have a party in the streets and have everybody in the world just celebrate the 40 years of my life. When I was born, that's the day the earth stood still. But anyway, I digress from that particular situation. But yeah, nah, shout out to anybody that have a birthday today, all people. Nah, definitely Bumblebee Junction. Enough can't be said, about you, turning 50 and whatnot. Not everybody made it to this day. Not everybody made it through this life. What's going on, Click? I'm sorry I couldn't catch your live stream earlier. I was there in the beginning, but then something happened and we got caught up and whatnot. One day I was born, the nurses all gathered around. Uh-oh, I hear Joe coming on. Yeah, but you get the whole gist of it. Click. I was there. I said a comment. I saw it. I didn't know what the heck was going on. I came back. I think I seen some of the replay, so I got you on the replay. I'm waiting for the rest of the comment. Um, yeah, nah, it is what it is, Click. But I'll be seeing you, man. I seen your notification. Mm. I just didn't know what was going on, so that's what it is. To see the boy wonder that they have found. Okay, okay. Uh oh. There's more to this. There's more to this. I'm trying not to be rude here. I gotta blow my nose, but I'm trying not to be rude. Excuse me. I'm still trying to be cool at the same time. Forgive me. Forgive me. I'm gonna dip out of the camera frame as you're gonna hear me. You're gonna hear me blow my nose. So, oh man, you gotta be a gentleman at all times. You gotta be a gentleman at all times. Forgive me for that. Ah, you know. You gotta kind of sort of be a gentleman at all times, but it's all good. I'm here. I'm here with you now. Like I said, the chill kickback live stream. Nothing crazy. Um, it is what it is. Words to bad to the bone. Funny. Funny. I actually get that. The whole comment and whatnot. A baby was born. They gather around to see a child bad to the bone. Always got to drink water, stay hydrated, and all that stuff. That's how you stay cool. That's the secret. That's the secret behind the scenes. Sometimes y'all don't know. I gotta, be replenished and hydrate myself. Some people have Gatorade, but then I just have nice ice cold water. Sometimes that works. That does the trick. And then coffee here too. Mm. And I got some other stuff here. Some other sweet treats and stuff like that that I don't really need right now. But I'm chilling right now. Like I said, forgive me. Maybe it's the shades that's distracting people. My mother keeps taking my shades, maybe because I got the best shades and stuff like that. You see the glare. Of course, all the nurses are now 75 and grandmothers. Hey, listen, it happens. Back then, they were around you, but that's what happens. I don't know. I don't know if anybody has any plans out there or anything like that. Thank you for the people that left, that stopped by. I appreciate you folks. I know you probably were expecting something more exciting, but right now it's exciting just for me to be here with you. And thank you for, just seeing me do what I do. And I see you, and thank you for the thumbs up and whatnot. It is greatly appreciated. You know, but like I said, this is really just me chilling, just me talking to you, just me sharing and vibing with you, and just, I don't know, reflecting on life, reflecting on, things that happen. Thank you, Click. I appreciate that. Got your back. But it's like you said before, it's not easy to hold people's attention and whatnot, and have people, wanting to listen and whatnot. I think of different ways to try to make this more entertaining or more visually stunning and stuff like that, doing different things. And you think about backgrounds that you add, and is it just green screen, or is it really something with how things are backlit, the color matching the curtains, or the lighting and different things like that. I think about stuff like that, and you know I definitely wonder how folks are taking it in, and how it gathers and whatnot. And like I said, it matters. I think the quality of what a person is saying and talking about matters, as well as the set pieces, as well as a person's ability to postulate, or articulate their words. All these things matter as a package. Being able to engage with the audience and stuff like that. Is all stuff that you learn just from doing different things and whatnot. And it's cool. like I said, and you teach me so many different things as the live stream audience, so I'm definitely appreciative of that. I value your feedback, thank you, Click. I appreciate that. I wish I could be more engaging than I am. There's, a lot more that I wanna definitely do a lot more, as time progresses on, depending on whether or not it's on YouTube or not. You know, do I have a lyrical flow? I don't know, but that did rhyme all the time on the mind. Anyway, but yeah, thank you, Bumblebee Junction, and I appreciate you for being here. I think it's, we feed off of each other. Sometimes when you're in live streams, I didn't do big numbers today like Click did, but I try to engage with the people. And Fury 009 came for the support, dropped the like. Thank you for dropping the like. I appreciate that. I appreciate you, Fury 009. Check them out. But for the most part, I feed off the audience. I feed off your participation, your comments, and all that. My friend used to have a good subject matter to contribute. Someone told me a good video has added value in the content and have added. Wow, yeah, yeah, no, definitely, definitely. I appreciate that, size that. But, a lot of the times I'm thinking about stuff that matters to me and stuff that people may want to hear about. Sometimes I'm not just trying to talk about trending topics. Cheryl, hey, what's going on with you? Appreciate you for coming through. Thank you for stopping by the live stream. Lovely Cheryl, in the live stream. Thank you. But yeah, besides that, back to what you're saying. Hopefully the things that I say, the way I present myself, yes, always a pleasure. The way that I present myself, hopefully, it adds value. I just chill on there, man. I don't have enough followers to do something fun. Yeah, nah, you do, Click. You have something there, man. You're a little funny. Sometimes you get a little out there, but I see you. You're funny saying that you're going to start doing PG live streams and whatnot. You have a very good sense of humor, Click. You're somebody that I could definitely see doing a stand-up routine or some kind of comedy skits. I would definitely watch that. I would definitely like to see you. I would just say be careful. Because there's a lot of politically correct folks out there that might not, get into that. Washing dishes is always a trending topic. Wow, washing dishes is always a trend. Well, that's funny. That's funny since you bring that up. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Click. I'm not gonna get into it, but you said some things, and I was just like, oh my God, he went in on some gaming systems, and I know some people who would definitely go at you crazy. Yeah, yeah, I did do a live stream on washing dishes. As much as crazy as that sounds, you know, um, I don't know if washing dishes is always a trending topic, but we made it a fun one that night. That was one of my better live streams. One of my favorite live streams from last month. I encourage people to go to the playlist for April, and look at the one where I'm washing dishes. That live stream was very fun, very engaging. I didn't expect it to be that one, but sometimes you have these gems of a live stream. Sometimes I don't know if this is a gem. I'm not gonna lie to you and say this is the gem of the live stream or whatever. I just look good on here, and that's all good. I appreciate you folks, for appreciating me for looking good and just feeling good and just being able to talk to each other, as civilized human beings. I got mad gems. That's funny. Well, some people say I am a jeweler on the low, but nah, not seriously. In all seriousness, if I have any wisdom or any gems that usually is given to me, thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. But for the most part, like I said, any wisdom, anything that's I have is just given to me through experience, through dealing with old timers, grace of God, stuff like that. Going to bed well, good night, Bumblebee Junction, and thank you for stopping by. I definitely you didn't get your hot shower and trying to think was anything else I could do. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. But definitely thank you for coming by, and I gotta remember to check you out before I go. I'm gonna write down a note so I could try to show some love. Oh, you ain't leaving. Oh, okay, I thought you was leaving. I remember going to bed one night and still worried about you didn't get a hot shower. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I remember that part. I thought you were going to bed, but yeah, nah. I didn't get a hot shower that night, but I did boil some water and I got that done. I didn't even know you remember that one. But yeah, that's crazy. Did I get a chance to talk to Rebel? Yes, I did. I actually talked to Rebel. Don't kick me out of the curtain. No, 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 Bumblebee. I thought you were leaving. I thought you were saying something going to bed, and I had to reread the comment. Yeah, yeah, no, no. We spoke to him. It was me and a couple of other people. Me and Green Bay Wacky spoke to Rebel State Sovereign. It's always a pleasure speaking to Rebel State Sovereign. You can learn so much from speaking to the man. It seems like he's been everywhere and done everything and whatnot. I encourage folks out there to check out Rebel State Sovereign. Awesome guy, always has something exciting going on. Always the life of the party, life of the conversation. I couldn't imagine being on YouTube right now without knowing somebody like Rebel State Sovereign. Realistically, I'm saying that truthfully. And uh, tuned out by Mel. You're not tuned out. No, you're not tuned out. I'm still here. I'm still here with you, Bumblebee Junction. I'm not trying to kick you out. I'm not trying to kick you out. You're here. I just thought when I said going to bed, I seen that and I had to reread. Remember, I got shades on, so it's all good. But nah, stay as long as you like. Stay as long as you like. But I do have to remember to see your channel and watch a couple of videos. I'm writing that down. Bumblebee Junction. Yeah, go to channel. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I know you were going to read it out. It's like fast coming. Yeah, yeah, no, it's coming out the corner of my eye. It's like I'm like here, there, everywhere. Trying to get the comments and all that stuff. Want to see people and whatnot. Um, it's all good because you can't see with my eyes here. I don't know if my eyes here, wherever it may be. But like I said, it's all good. I just what was we talking about again? Yeah. Rebel State Sovereign. Yeah, I spoke to him basically. Long story short, just of it all and whatnot, and awesome first person to know. A lot of you folks on here, awesome people to know. Like I said, I could do a roll call, and if I did a roll call, I'd be calling names for the next hour, so maybe longer than that. Just different people that I met. Again, special shout out to Lunatic Dad's thoughts and prayers go out to his family. Recovering from being in the hospital and dealing with the issues that he was dealing with and whatnot. Special shout out to Lunatic Dad out there. Thoughts and prayers with you and your family. Speedy recovery. Oh, also too, thoughts and prayers out there to Iron Dog 63. I know you didn't think Mel would remember you, but Iron Dog 63 is in the hospital, so definitely, shout out to you. If I'm not mistaken, there's a couple of other people who are going through some things right now. I can't remember the names, but thoughts and prayers to those folks out there, that are facing any rough situations out there, that are really going through some things. And like I said, I keep you in my considerations and whatnot. I'll keep you in my prayers tonight, or this morning, as whatever time I get to sleep. I'll definitely say a prayer for you and your families. Any situations that you may be going through. So there's that consideration. Because sometimes people just don't have folks praying for them. They just don't have folks thinking about them or considering them. Sometimes we just need rest. Sometimes we're pushing ourselves too hard. Sometimes we're just stressed about things, worrying about stuff that don't matter, worrying about stuff that ain't gonna change nothing. Very any different type of ways. Cheryl, I appreciate that. I'm not as good as I would like to be. I wouldn't say I'm good at all. God is good. Me, I'm imperfect in a lot of different ways. I got a long way to go. God ain't done with me yet. Much love to those in need. Yes, Bumblebee Junction. I mean, just the gist of it all is, much love, peace, prayers, thoughts, well wishes, just, love to those folks that need it right now. There's a lot of people that's hurting out there. There's a lot of people that's going through stuff, and, they just need to know that there's folks out of it here. None of us are perfect, however. I think that you're just the same. Well, I appreciate that, Cheryl. I greatly appreciate that, and I'm humbled by your kind words because I know you didn't have to say that. So, if you truly mean that, I definitely appreciate that. So, it's just one of those things. Just I mean, it doesn't hurt to have consideration for people. It doesn't hurt, to think about other folks. What's going on? What's going on? Thank you. Art, appreciate you for coming through. I love the suit too. But just a little something different tonight. Not every night, but enough nights. Thank you for the 11 thumbs up to the people that have coming through to the chat. Thank you for all that. I definitely appreciate that. It's a work of art to see the support that you bring to the live stream. It's just it's a masterful situation. and for the participation, the proliferation of your attention. I appreciate that. Definitely, definitely, definitely. You know, kudos to you folks. Cheers to you folks. And cheers to the good times. Of course, I mean, a lot of people don't take the time to think about anything beyond their own circumstances. Man, AK shot to the street. Well, I mean, I'm decent. I'm decent. I appreciate that, Click. Yes, that's true. That's true, Cheryl. Most people may not think about things beyond themselves, but it's just like with these topics. When I'm talking about these topics and thinking about things that I could talk to you about, I'm not just thinking about stuff that matters to me and affects me. I'm thinking about how it may affect you, the viewer, or the listener, the watcher, the admirer, the subscriber. However that reaches you. To say, okay, well, can they relate to what I'm saying? And on a small level, on a basic level, I hope that, if anything, you could just relate to what I'm saying. You don't have to agree with what I'm saying. You don't have to be on board. You don't have to say, yeah, Mel is right all the time. No, I'm not. A lot of times I'm wrong. Just you might catch me at moments where I am right that 1 second or those 2 or 3 times, but hopefully it's something that you can relate to. It's a human experience that we have that we're looking for. A lot of times we're alone together here on, this screen, this thing, this live stream, this internet, this social media component, and there's a lot of negativity that comes around. There's a lot of hating, backbiting, trolling. There's the misery loves company. So what you try to do is I try to bring something foreign, but yet still positive into the conversation, uplifted. I'm not always the most positive. I don't always have the greatest days, but you know, I do appreciate, all of it, all of the human experience, the human condition, and I try to highlight different things and whatnot, the negative, the bad, whatever, just as long as it's real, as long as it's true, and that's where I come from with my content, with my presentation, who I am, you know, however I am, and hopefully it makes sense. Like I said, when I'm talking to people, hopefully it just makes sense. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate that. That's really what it is. Sometimes we just want to be understood, but first I try to listen to understand. First listen to understand, then to be understood. I look out into the world and I see certain things that people may be able to relate to. Sometimes I may be talking about something that you can't relate to. Sometimes I may be saying things that you don't need to hear. Or it may be a particular time for it. It may not be a particular time for it. There may be, time to apologize and come back and say, hey, maybe I misspoke, maybe I overstepped, overreached, whatever, and bring it back and say, okay, let's center it again. It's too far left, it's too far right. So, that's how those particular things go. And, I just try to modestly self-efface and ask myself realistic questions about who I am and where I am in any particular, moment in time. You know what I'm saying? Just bring the real. I got life. It's just been good, and you are giving me half. I paid for the full ticket. That's funny. You want the full ride? I appreciate that, Bumblebee Junction, but you probably got a lot more wisdom going on than I have. I can learn from everybody. I just try to articulate it in a certain way, and just present it in a way where people can understand it, and it's not too crazy. By the time I got the chance to engage and listen to articulate, intelligent conversation, I'm all ears. Yeah, no, 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 definitely, definitely. I'm here for that too. Besides that, I mean, anytime I'm on somebody's stream and they're ready to have a deep conversation or just a real situation going down, why not? Like I said, I don't pretend to have all the answers. I mean, I don't purport to have the meaning to life or all the answers to life. Some people say that the meaning of life is life itself, but that's another story. That's a deeper concept. We're not gonna get into that right now. But I don't purport to have all the answers to life. I'm somebody out here searching and trying to figure it out. Like anybody else. As I said, there's no dress rehearsal. This is it. Yeah, 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 Cheryl. There's no dress rehearsal. There's no reset button unless you're playing a PlayStation 4. Hit, hit, click. But let me stop. Nah, but it's what it is. Um, Heck, I don't have me either. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll do you and catch that one. But we're gonna get into that. Oh man, water's so good after you finish drinking coffee. You just don't know. Mm. I saw that in the screen. That looks so good. Oh my god. Let me just get the honey bun because it's so sweet for the ladies, of course. But anyway, you know, not to discriminate. I get it. Mm. But PlayStation 4. Oh, that's an inside joke between me and Click, because I watched this live stream, and I will leave it at that. I can't get into what he said. I'm not gonna go there, but it was a it was a comment that I shouldn't have laughed at, but it was funny. Um, we're gonna leave it at that. But shout out to all people. So mm, it was a throwback. It was a throwback comment to era going by. I got a deep one today. I've been kicking around. Love is simply the absence of judgment. Interesting. Um, yeah, love is the absence of judgment. You got to explain that one to me, Bumblebee Junction. That's interesting. Love is the absence of judgment. Mm. To me, love is a verb or something you do, not just a thought. But I mean, I can see what ways that will work. Mm. Love is the absence of judgment. Yeah, you gotta explain that one to me. Since you're wiser than me, I'm not gonna pretend like I know what that means. Mm. But that's a deep thought. You know, I mean, if you're gonna go biblical with it, I guess you're saying you love somebody so much you don't judge the person. I don't know. You know, I still believe that you judge the action, not the person. I'm sure it's much more complex. I like the idea. Well, no, it sounds like it's just an idea. I just want to know where you're coming from with it, what perspective you were going into as you were, breaking that down or putting that out there. I think you were sharing it. It's something to ponder. Definitely something to ponder. Mm. Forgive me. I didn't want to slurp it down coffee too much crazy. You know, a verb, absolutely an action. Simply the absence of judgment sounds like maybe someone who's been hurt. Kind of a statement, just my thought. Yeah, no, it could be. Well, I can offer my much love because there is not judgment between us. Mm. There you go. There you go. All right, hold on. Mm. Man, that water's good. H2O. Oh man, that felt so good. You just don't know. Yeah, nah, but those are interesting thoughts. I mean, Cheryl, saying is somebody, sounds like somebody who's kind of hurt and whatnot. And that's certainly another way Bumblebee. I can offer much love because it's not judgment between us. Well, yeah, no, definitely. I mean, those are different ways to look at it. I mean, if you're looking at love from a standpoint of, just I have so much love for you that I'm not going to judge you for being who you are, and whatnot. But you judge before you love unless you are born from it or give birth to it. That's deep right there, Tech Beats. So you're saying, let me go back to that comment. So you're saying, but you judge before you love, unless you're born from it or give birth to it. So are you saying that you're born, with judgments in you, or unless you're born of love, you're born without judgment? You know, that's interesting. I mean, I don't know if that's exactly what you're saying. It's just some, yeah, you're going into some deep stuff. Y'all want to talk about love tonight. This is the soup. I mean, for me, I look at love, and I think judgment is a learned behavior. Can it be? It can't. I mean, that's definitely possible. It's definitely possible to learn, to judge somebody, and whatnot. I love the soup. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm saying when you choose to love someone, you judge them before you decide to love them. Hmm. I mean, I could definitely see cases where you would decide to judge somebody before you love them. I mean, I can I could definitely see that. I can't say I haven't done that, but I can't say I haven't done that before myself. It's an interesting concept, to say that. Okay, you're saying, I can see I can see that shit. Yeah, now people saying what they see what you're saying, Cheryl. Definitely. Um, yeah, beats. Somewhere in there is the unconditional nature of some love. Well, the unconditional nature of some love. What type of love? But when you're a child, you don't choose to love them for the same thing on your own. Hold on, let me see the last part. For same for loving your own child. But when you're a child, you don't choose to love them. Same for your child. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, even as a child, I believe that love is a choice. Still, love is a choice, but you may not understand what this love is. You just know as a child that you love that person that's taking care of you, or you have an affection for that person. Maybe it's something that you begin to understand, or you're taught over time. Because you can also hate a person and not know why you're hating a person or whatever. I think maybe it is a choice between love and hate, life and death. The dark and the light. You know, I think we're probably born more with the darkness in us and have to learn, the love, learn how to love, to be taught how to love. Most things can be learned, Cheryl. I mean, it's an interesting premise. I didn't expect to talk about love tonight, but that's the thing about these live streams. When you engage with the audience, you never know. You never know. You never know. So I'm getting people to say, Bumblebee started it off. Love is without judgment, is the absence of judgment. Well, I offer this 18 or so years of marriage, love gets a lot deeper over time as acceptance grows and judgment fades. Hmm, interesting. So you're saying that the judgment fades as you gather acceptance, as you begin to have this, I guess, this acceptance of the relationship. As the judgment fades because you've accepted each other for who you are, and you kind of go into a different space. Yeah, I also believe that most things are learned. I mean, that's definitely. I mean, 18 years of marriage, you're OG to the game. I'm married to these streets. To this social media life right now. But now, in all reality, I could definitely respect where you're coming from with that. The love gets a lot deeper over time as acceptance grows and judgment fades. So you do want the judgment to fade because it is wrong to judge the person, but we do judge, people's actions. I think it's more about judging the actions. I love what Shakespeare said, judge the fault, not the actor of it. Because to have judgment on a person is to say that that person will never change. That person could be, a criminal. That person could be somebody who made a mistake. That person could be somebody who had a moment of weakness. Well, but why so many divorce? Well, maybe because tech beast people don't understand the concepts, or the principles of what marriage is, real marriage is. I think a lot of people may get caught up in the idea of it all, or over time people grow apart because even if you get into a relationship and you're with somebody over time, people just like people can grow to love each other or be in love with each other, you can grow out of love with each other. People change. There's this R&B song, many years in the 90s that says seasons change, and so do people too. So over time people change or become more of who they already were. you know you understand what marriage is. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not trying to explain marriage, not at all, not at all, but not divorce. I mean, I guess divorce speaks for itself. Divorce is a division, is a separation. It's a wedge that comes between the two people. Divorce is irreconcilable differences. Unfortunately, I believe we live in a disposable world, and it's become easier to do that with people. Yes, I agree, 100%, 100,000% on that, Cheryl. Well, I say this: for the first view of the city, it was rooted in judgment, but you love it today because you accept it for what it is, and love for what it is without the initial judgments. Interesting, interesting. So, Let me see if I can gather that. Well, I'll say this the first view. The city was rooted in judgment, but you love it today because you accept it for what it is and love it for what it is without initial judgments. Hmm, that is interesting. That is definitely interesting. That is definitely interesting. I had to think about that. I had to definitely think about that. You know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Something, something interesting to think about. Let me read the next one. Boy, let me read the next one. Separation of a part of yourself. Yes, it is a separation of the part of yourself. Well, Sip on B Junction in May 13th, 25 years, we may have become one. Partnership, friendship, yes, and love. Separation, a part of yourself. We don't divorce from our spouse. We don't only divorce from ourselves. Okay. So, you say love the streets, the city. Was it that way when you first saw it, and then you accept it today? You just love it. Yeah, that's interesting. That's definitely interesting. Something to think about. Something to think about. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it does change over time. Maybe you do have more of an acceptance of it. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you do find yourself in a certain way. You know, I don't know. I don't know. These are deep things. Definitely something to think about. No, definitely something to think about. I had to take the shades off. So we don't even divorce from our spouse. Well, I agree with you on that one. Even though I'm not married or anything like that, I can say we probably definitely don't just divorce from our spouse. We lose a piece of ourselves, in these relationships and things that we may move on from. We definitely lose a piece of ourselves. Um, yeah, I could definitely say that. So I don't know. I don't know. I warned you it was deeper than it looked. Yeah, no, 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 no. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Yes, I was agreeing with that particular statement. Nah, you know, I'm not willing to, well, I'm not willing. I'm not afraid to go into these deep conversations. If anything, I just don't know when they're gonna come. They could come 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, 2 in the afternoon. You never know. When the conversation is gonna come, when it's gonna shift. Because we wind up talking about one thing, and then we wind up getting here. It really depends on what people in the audience want to talk about. But definitely when it comes to love, there's definitely a certain judgment of the person that you want to fade. There's definitely like with divorce, like Tech was talking about, not just you divorcing from your spouse, but you losing a piece of yourself in the process as well. And there's definitely different things to consider in the midst of it all, as far as why people feel like we live in a disposable world of society, or so it's easy to dispose of people as well, like Cheryl was saying. So there's definitely different ideas being expressed in this live stream. And Queen's Vlogs, thank you for being here. You just walked in the middle of a deep conversation, very deep conversation actually. We started talking about one thing, and then we wound up in love and divorce and marriage and judgment and stuff like that. So I mean, it's definitely something to be said about that. Yeah, disposable. We live in a society of disposable things, disposable people, disposable content. Especially being online as a creator. When you said that, things Cheryl about disposable people. I definitely understand that. Sometimes we have disposable content, we have disposable things. Well, divorce is where judgment enters back into and destroys love, which might be necessary, but it is what it is. Well, I don't know if it's also necessary, but who knows? Maybe it is a situation where that thing needs to die, that relationship needs to be destroyed, as you say, so something new can sprout, so a person can find themselves or heal or move on to the next situation, especially if you have a cheating spouse, or especially if you have a situation where it's not conducive to love. If the love is gone, why are you going to pretend? You know, married to these streets. That's funny. That's funny. What's up, Green Bay Wacky? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you, for being here. I'm married to these beats. There you go. I'm married to these. I'm married to this YouTube life. Yeah, Green Bay Wacky. You just walked into a very deep conversation, Green Bay Wacky. We were talking about love and marriage and trust, and I'm married to you, so also that's funny. That's funny. YouTube for life. Nah, but let me stop. Yeah, we was having a real deep conversation, Green Bay Wacky. Yeah. Oh my God. Hey, listen, it's all good. It's all good, Bumblebee Junction. Thank you, thank you. This is. I didn't expect this conversation. I didn't know how long this conversation was gonna go on, but hey, this is what it is. I have tons of relationship experience. I believe you, Green Bay Wacky. So let me ask you about this, Green Bay Wacky, since you're in the chat. What do you feel love is? What is your definition of love? Because this whole conversation started with Bumblebee Junction, which I also offer you to the space to wish him a happy birthday because he turned 50 today. So happy birthday to him. I'm just letting you know it's his birthday. So he started off the conversation saying that love is basically is the absence of judgment. And I want to know if you have any thoughts on that, Green Bay Wacky. What are your thoughts on that? Yeah, I was cleaning for those. Oh yeah, that's right, that's right, that's right. I remember you told me about that last night about your son and girlfriend is getting serious and whatnot. But again, happy birthday to Bumblebee Junction. So I would like to know your thoughts on what Bumblebee Junction was saying, about basically love being the absence of judgment. If you have any thoughts on that, being a married man, so you know, it is what it is with that. And this is where the conversation led to, or now this is where the conversation started, and it basically led to us talking about divorce, and basically, what is divorce and why does it happen and stuff like that, so that's one of the things. Real love is not giving, is giving, not taking. Hmm. Okay. 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 So we got one person saying, love is the absence of judgment. Another person saying love is giving, not taking. So I mean, could you elaborate more on that, Green Bay Wacky? I mean, maybe there's some other thoughts that you have to add to that. I mean, we start talking about love. Maybe it's the suit. I don't know. Maybe I need to throw back on the shades. Like I said, throw it back on. Hey, here we are. We're back. We're back again. Maybe I need to go sit back down. That's just that would help too. You know, give it a little bit of a walk back over. You know, do the chill kick back again. You know. Ah, oh, there we go. All right. I hear you, Green Bay, living on the road. Human wise, I mean, God is love. It's different. Yeah, well, yeah, God is love. That's a whole deeper conversation. If you want to say God is love, God is life. Yeah, yeah, God is love. God is love. God is all. Yeah, that's a whole deeper conversation. Not to say we can't go there. But like I said, I don't know how religiously people want to get down with that whole matter. Got me thinking, Tina Turner, what's love got to do with it? What's love got to do with it? Got to do with it? Who needs a heart when a heart can be broken? Yeah, so that's that whole situation, but who needs love, I mean, I think we all need love in some type of way, you know what I mean? And it's just, depending on who you are, depending on what walk of life you're coming from. Hold on, water break. Mm. Oh man, that's good. Like human love is to me trying to give without getting back. Like in relationship, problems stem from selfishness, trying to take without giving. Interesting. Sometimes very little actually to answer Tina's questions. Yes. Um, that's funny. The next person that makes Mel sing to be fed the thing in the corner. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Oh man, I'm talking about the turtle. Okay. Oh, I take it you don't like my singing. It's all good. It's all good. I'm divorced once. My 25 million Harris is the second wife. I have some experience. Yes, yes, yes. I remember you telling me about that before, Green Day. So you're OG to the marriage game. Hope, pray that I only have to get married one time. What's going on, June Gal? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Woo, woo. Thank you, June Gal, for being here. You walked into a deep conversation. I like your singing, so I guess I'll be fed to something in the quarter. That's funny. I need to actually practice my singing. Am I looking dapper? I'm looking decent. But I appreciate you, June, for being here. I appreciate you for seeing me, and I see you. Hello to everybody in the chat. I got 9 people in the chat right now. I didn't expect to be on it this long. It looks like I'm actually gonna wind up doing an hour live stream or whatnot. Hopefully, YouTube allows me to keep all my minutes. That's another story. Yeah, whatever happens in this live stream, I'm just glad to be talking to you folks, for whatever reason. Um, but yeah, that's what it is. Get married twice, Mel, and then you'll know to clear up what you want and don't want the second time. Huh. No, that's why I'm talking to you folks. So I don't have to get married twice. I would love to get married one time and just do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Just bless the earth with some children and keep it moving. We get the ones we love is inevitable. Um, Sometimes we do hurt the ones we love, unfortunately. But it doesn't have to be this irreversible pain. It doesn't have to be this deep wound. They say the first cut is the deepest. Anyway, but yeah, it doesn't have to be that. Definitely doesn't have to be that. You know, um, I don't know. I don't know. It's just one of those things where you say to yourself, can you be honest with folks and just forthright, straight up, and whatnot? Because let me see. Because they have feelings that are involved and they have expectations, disappointments, just like us. Yes, this is true. My wife and I were married and we were together for 18 years because of that one conversation, want and don't want. That's communication is the biggest key in a relationship. I agree. I agree with you on that one. Bumblebee Junction. My biggest problem is that I don't love my wife as much as I should. Even though I have a good marriage, I don't stop enough to get back. Right. Well, that's something that you should do, Green Bay Wacky. I tell you, if you know where the problem is, deal with it. It's how we deal with that hurt. I agree with you and Gall on that one. Um, Probably because we're the closer ones we love. So true, that makes sense. This is true. But they also love us, so they would also forgive you. Yeah, hopefully, if you're in that situation. But I tell anybody, if you know what's wrong in your relationship and you know what you need to change, then work to change it. Don't fight to change. Trust the process. Communication is key to any relationship when you're dealing with somebody. I say to anybody, if you have an open line and open hearted, person, a free willing person, then hey, talk to them. Just kind of realize, generalizing. Not saying your relationship is about backers. That's funny. That's funny. No, 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 no. Definitely Green Bay Wacky. But I mean, if you know what needs to be done, if you know things that you're neglecting, if you know there's stuff that you should work on, I definitely, challenge people to change that. I've had relationships that fell apart because of what I wasn't doing, what I wasn't want to hear. You can't change others or make them do anything. All you can do is accept it or ignore it. Part of that's true. What's wrong with back rubs? That's funny. There's nothing wrong with back rubs, June. 100%. Man, we'll fix it if you know what it is. Yeah, if you know what it is. I mean, if you don't know what's the problem and you don't have that open line of communication, then you don't force it, then you don't push the issue. You kind of just let it be what it is. Maybe it was never meant to be, and that's what happens with that. But for the most part, definitely one of the worst things people can do is not hold their tongue, is not hold their tongue back. Um, yeah, I agree. I agree. Sometimes being direct, you know, um, can hurt, you know. So sometimes you have to hold it. As long as your relationships aren't ending because your time is up and they want more money. Oh, you talking about money? Oh man, relationships centered around money. As far as romantic relationships, those are never the best relationships to have. Things can go awry when it's about money. Arranged marriages or mail order brides or you know, I don't know, all kind of crazy stuff out there. I was finally learning to think before it's wow, June. Oh my God, sir. I mean, we need to choose our words wisely. They can really hurt. Yeah, we got what you meant, Green Bay. I think it's rented love. Yeah, it is rented love. I found love on a two-way street, on a road to a lonely highway. Yeah, that's where we need to do a panel with these convos. Well, yeah, nah. There's panels coming. I encourage people. Like I said, they invite me up. I can give you some deep conversation. I definitely can give you some deep conversation. Well, maybe Green Bay, however, was sensitive enough. He deserves someone else there. I agree with you too as well with that, Cheryl. Yeah, Click. I'm willing to come up on anybody's panel that would have me. We could talk about deep conversations. I know me and Green Bay still have to talk about gambling. We have to talk about the ills, the ups and downs of gambling and whatnot. But yeah, hit me up. I'm off Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So if anybody wants to be on a panel or whatever, let me know. I could do that. As long as they can handle the realness. I don't know if they can handle the realness, Bumblebee. But yeah, why not? I was gonna talk to you about it's the house cleaning thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, 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 no. No. Don't worry about it, Green Bay. If we don't do it, if we don't do it in the next couple of days, there's still time. I can mark it down. You know, gambling live stream, GBW Green Bay Wacky. Okay. Nah, I can definitely swing something with you. Today is the ninth, if I'm not mistaken. The ninth. Tomorrow is the 10th. You know, um, I was generalizing how we all have tendencies to hurt with words. Yes, 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 we do have tendencies to hurt with words, but it's about learning not to be so direct, towards folks, especially saying things in ways that we know may hurt a person. Sometimes, everything that's on our mind and our heart is not necessary for us to tell other people. Sometimes you have to take baby steps, small steps. You have to get somebody's permission to tell them something that may or may not hurt them or be raw, uncut. Sometimes you have to prep people for the truth. That's why the scene in was it A Few Good Men, with Jack Nicholson and Tom Cruise is so real. He said, "I want the truth. You can't handle the truth." And sometimes the truth is people can't handle the truth. Sometimes the truth is too raw for people to take. Uncut truth, oof. Oh man, uncut truth, raw truth, man. Oof. It'll grow some hair on your chest, male or female. It'll put some age on you. So you got to be careful when you giving people, the raw, uncut. It's like, ooh, baby, I like it raw. You got to be careful. All right, you guys got to hit the hay. Yeah, not Click. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you for being an awesome, person who made all the rules to love anyway. Uh, was it big man up there, big man up in the sky made all the rules. No, you're right. Give me answers. Yeah, of course. Yeah, Click. Don't worry. I'm about to be out myself as well. So, it is what it is. This has definitely been an awesome live stream and whatnot. It's been a little minute. I think this is my first hour live stream of the month. I do not think we have the capacity to really love someone unconditionally because we let our own desires and selfishness get in the way. I'm just being honest. I agree with you on that, Green Bay Wacky. I think we don't have it on our own, but when we look outside of ourselves, when we look, towards, the guidance, the direction of God, you can actually love a person unconditionally. If we don't lean on our own understanding of what love is how love should be presented. When you have to deliver the truth pizza, you got to bring it to their house, not try to drag them to yours. Yes, that is one thing. Thank you, Mel, to all this first class chat room for the best Colorado. Thank you, Size Dad. You were one of those first class individuals that came here and actually made a work of art of this conversation. You know, this could not have happened without you and your contribution, and to all those that have contributed to this live stream. But definitely, 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 a lot of great points, that have been brought up, and it's kind of fitting for my first hour live stream of the month. Right, it's easier for me to come close actually because I lean on the Lord for that. Well, if you lean on the Lord and you lean on out of your own understanding, it's for the religious folks. You definitely can love unconditionally. It's not always easy to do if you just lean on your own understanding. Because me, if I have any real love or decency inside of me, it's not just coming from me. It's coming from a higher power. So, that's that. But if I just lean on my own understanding, of course, I can't love unconditionally. I can be hateful and vengeful and judgmental and all kind of things. One thing I appreciate that most women got to is that when the preacher or whoever will say or the couples needs help, will you be there? But it takes a village kind of thing. Yes, it does. It takes a village, and then it does, come sickness and health, better or worse, to death do us part. And some people just say the words, they recite the words, they probably don't mean the words, don't even know what they mean, but those things mean something. I learned to love deeper and better after I come to a relationship with Jesus, and I'm not perfect, of course. Of course, Green Bay Wacky, who was perfect, we all need to work on our relationships, especially with God, but, that's for those that believe. For those that don't, we don't push anything on you, you know, um, more than welcome to do what you do, but that's just what that is. But yeah, there's something to be said. I'm up doing some late night writing. Okay, Yas Poet. I didn't even know you were on, but thank you for coming by. I appreciate you, and I appreciate your output and your content. What you're doing. You're coming from a fresh perspective, doing your singing, your poetry. Very brave brother out there. Yeah, Yas Poet, the lyrical wordsmith. Yes, the lyrical wordsmith. Poetic, poetic justice there. Always a deep brother right there. Cool to have you here. You know, um, I don't know. This is what it is. What does the village type? Oh, no. The village type. No, she's like a village type thing. She's talking about how it takes a village to, raise a child, or it takes a village to, help somebody in their marriage, or whatever the case may be. It's not just you, but it's so many other moving parts and stuff like that in the relationship and whatnot. You have people to lean on and whatnot. So it takes a village to raise a family, help a couple, etc. Yeah, that exactly. I was thinking about that when she said that as well. So it's one of those things where you know you that nobody does it alone. Nobody does it alone in this life. And we all need help. We all need help in relationships. We all need help in our journeys and our travels. I'm really doing it right and having night, folks. All right, Yas Poet, thank you for coming through. I appreciate you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for just adding to the comments and just giving your energy, bro. Write some fire, some flames. You know, you know. Um, yeah, nah, it's a lot of deep thoughts. A lot of deep thoughts here. Uh, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, so I think everybody can learn, Green Bay. Everybody can learn from somebody, no matter who they are and whatnot. You know, I know I definitely learn every day. I'm learning a lot from you, in the chat. You could go for hours. You're interested. I will not go for hours, but I appreciate your confidence in me, Green Bay Wacky. I try to just be respectful, about it. I think if I go for hours, realistically, if I did like a 2 hour live stream, I think that would only be like once a week, and I would try to have guests or try to have a co-host. I think going back for some of this initial conversation, it goes back not just disposing of people. Um, yeah. You don't want to just dispose of people. You go deep, thought provoking. Well, it's not really just me, Green Bay Wacky. It's you, the viewers. It's the people in the chat. I mean, realistically, I started off the chat not knowing what I really was gonna say. I kind of had like a loose framework, and I kind of let you folks, in the chat, speak your piece, and read comments and just responded and tried to reflect and ask questions and really go, back and forth with you. That's really what it is. I mean, I'm just engaging with the people in the chat. That's really what this is. Um, you wanna disposable ramble. Funny, 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 funny Bumblebee Junction. Yeah, yeah, some really cool zingers in there and whatnot. But yeah, Green Bay. If I go for hours on the live stream, more than likely that'll go back into when I'm just doing it once a week. I pick a date and time and say, hey, folks, I'll be live this day. And, more than likely I'll be live for 2 hours or whatever. And then in those 2 hours, I keep it pushing and, keep it moving wherever I got to move and however I got to move. But that's what it is. Sometimes silence is the best answer. Yeah, sometimes silence is the best answer. You never know. I didn't know you were still here, Yas Poet, but yeah, that's how it happens. You know, um, I remember there's this movie, this old black and white movie by Gore Vidal, The Best Man, and one of the lines is in there. It says, "You learn more from people. It's not about when you're in politics. It's not about what you say, but it's about what you don't say." And sometimes in life, it's not always about what you say, but it's about what you don't say. That says a lot about you. You know, the lie says a lot about you. What you don't say about your politics says about you. What you don't say about your religion says a lot about you. A lot of different things, that come about and whatnot. But definitely, thanks, Josh Poet. I appreciate it. Yeah, but sometimes silence is the best answer. Sometimes you don't have to say a word. And believe me, I know all about that. I have to deal with that this week. Sometimes when people want you to rile up and get all creative and active about a situation. Sometimes you got to get them, you got to hit them with silence. You got to let them know that you're not going to feed into the nonsense and the drama and the BS and all this other stuff. Sometimes you just got to keep it moving on them and just hit them with a pump fake and, keep it going. I think giving is the key to loving and not, I mean, money, the more you give. Yeah, yeah, money is just buying superficial artificial love or imitations of life or what should be. Because when the money runs out, the love goes away, right? The fake love. I got fake people showing fake love to me, straight up to my face. Quoted a rapper named Drake. But that's what that is. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy like that, right? Kind of crazy, And this would be my longest live stream in quite a while, actually, to tell you the truth. Hour and 8 minutes. Hour and 8 minutes. I don't really have too much else to say. Yeah, artificial love sucks. It does. I mean, if there's nothing else that anybody has to add to the conversation, then I'm probably gonna end the live stream here. Wow. I think this was a gem of a conversation, and a lot of things here. I encourage people to keep the conversation going on and bring up in different live streams. I was going to say that sounded familiar. Yes, it is Drake. It is Drake. I got fake people showing fake love to me, straight up to my face. The song is called "Fake Love" by Drake. But that is what it is. Fake love is never good. You can just end it whenever. Yeah, yeah, beats. Yeah, beats. I can end it whenever I can, but also too, I have to remember that my phone is on 4%. Yeah, fake love is out there. It definitely is. I've enjoyed you, Bumblebee Junction, and happy birthday to you again. And I appreciate you for the deep thoughts and questions and comments that you've added to this conversation and whatnot. I really enjoy the conversation. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Cheryl, for being here. Thank you for coming by. Uh, yeah, happy birthday to you again. And, like I said, hopefully you have a good day. Uh, I do not want more birthdays. It's funny. I take all the birthdays I can get, just as long as I'm cool and sexy and able to, feed myself. Um, yeah, again, always my pleasure to have you here, Cheryl. I appreciate you for being here. Bumblebee, happy birthday. That's funny, Bumblebee. Yeah, nah, give me as many birthdays as I can find. Thank you, Bumblebee. Thank you. This is an awesome live stream. And You folks made it worthwhile. As I go to an hour and official 10 minutes. Hmm. Okay. So I'll end it here. You know what I'm about to say. Spread love. Hold on. Do I have my shades? I don't have my shades, but yeah, no, I got my shades. Let me put on my shades. Okay. Okay. Yes, it was a great stream, Green Bay Wacky. And I'll put on my shades and I will say, this is going to be dramatic. Spread love. It's the Brooklyn way.